The Vancouver Convention Centre is situated in the traditional, ancestral, unceded territory of the Coast Salish peoples, including the territories of the Musqueam, Squamish, Tsleil-Waututh, and Stolo nations. We are privileged to work and play on these lands. For those of you who may be joining us for the first time, the VEF is Vancouver Entrepreneurs Forum, a nonprofit society, and Vancouver's premier networking forum for technology entrepreneurs. We've been around since 1988, and we've always done 8 events per season for our communities on rotating topics for our entrepreneurs and investors alike, to cultivate meaningful connections and create conversations designed to stimulate ideas. We host 8 events per calendar year, kicking off our season in September. And as I mentioned, the June event is our last event of the season. Our planning is underway for the 2023 and 2024 season, and we are always looking for input from our community. So we will have a survey going out tonight and encourage everyone to share your thoughts with us. I am also excited that we are going to be looking for new board members to join us. So stay tuned for the end of the event today, as we'll be telling you how to apply to become our board members. We are very thrilled to be bringing you a dynamic group of speakers who are very excited to share with you the incredible work that they're doing on the transportation industry for tonight's session, the future of transportation. We're excited to partner with TransLink, Invest Vancouver, on the Motivate conference powered by CoMotion. We're grateful that VEF has been included in this conference and that we're able to bring such a vibrant ecosystem of innovators together. And who here signed up for the tours tomorrow? So there's the Harbor Air Seaplane, E-plane. There's also the helicopter ride with Helijet. Is anyone going tomorrow? I am going as well, so I'll see you there. It's incredible that only in Vancouver would you have the opportunity to have these experiences at your doorstep. Okay, well, let's get into it. So kindly turn off the volume on your cell phones so not to disturb our guests on the stage today. But we do encourage you to share your thoughts throughout the event using the VEF hashtag. We will also be having the Q&A sessions in the end as well. We'll be using Slido. And for those that has never used Slido before, you can scan the QR code right here, or you can go on slido.com and type in hashtag VEF, and that's when you get into the conversations with the Q&A. We would also like to take a moment to really recognize our sponsors to make VEF possible. Our season presenting sponsors, TELUS Ventures, leading sponsor, Innovate BC, VEF sponsors, corporate recruiters, Douglas College, Baskin, Vanish Capital, our venue sponsorship, entrepreneurship at UBC, lightning pitch sponsor, Northeastern University, and our media sponsors, Vancouver Tech Journal, Daily Hive. And of course, tonight's event sponsors are CBRE and Autozen. And I would also have to thank our board of directors. Here are our board of directors for the 2022 and 2023 season. Okay, that went by really quickly. All right, so we do have an exciting evening tonight. And before we begin, we'll hear from tonight's sponsors, Olivier Vincent, CEO of Autozen, and Angelo Pavanello, the VP of Sales Manager at CBRE. So first off, I would like to invite Olivier up on stage to share some of the welcoming remarks.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. We at Autozen are very proud to be a sponsor of this great event. And since it's a pitch night, I'm going to be shamelessly plugging our company a little bit. But we're trying to do our own part to help for a better future of transportation. And we're focusing on one problem that I'm sure most of you have experienced and will experience again, which is how to let go of your old car. You know, that's a process that is still so medieval. You either sell it privately, where you've got to set up on all these listings and strangers come to your home and they want to try your car and they never want to come when you're available, and it's awkward, it's sometimes unsafe. Or you sell your car directly to a dealer, but as we all know, the prices there are extremely low. So we build a marketplace with all these buyers who compete, and then we take care of everything. We do the inspection, we do the pickup, we do the paperwork, we do the payment. So your car can be sold, gone, and paid in 48 hours. And we're focusing on doing it. It's interesting, actually. pretty much the only one in North America at the moment to do it that way. You either have the full model with the Canada drives or clutch or Caravana, or you got the lead generation model where you're going to be an auto trader and then you got to do all the work. So we're pretty much the only one in the middle who do everything. You see a couple companies here and there, like Cardor, Mentlist, or others, who do the beginning, but then they pass you on to a dealer. And as we know, that's when problems happen. So you really, for it to work, you got to do everything from A to Z. Company's been out for a couple of years now. We managed already to sell several thousand cars and passed over $100 million of funds through the company. So it's really responding very, very well. It's very fun for us to carry on, rock, and try to help that part of our transportation industry. So again, thank you for letting us sponsor this event, and I will pass it by to Kookai. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Olivier. So next up, we have Angelo. Please come and join us on stage. Oh,
thank you. Hi, I'm Angelo Pavanello, VP and Sales Manager for CBRE here in British Columbia. If you're not familiar with CBRE, we are a global commercial real estate services firm focused on helping people, businesses, and community reach their full potential. We're thrilled to be a sponsor of this Future of Transportation event as part of the larger Motivate Vancouver conference. Transportation is critical to the future of our communities and how people interact with buildings and our cities. There are so many exciting opportunities in mobility, from electrification and alternate fuel sources to circular economy and zero carbon solutions. These advances are complex and have varying implications. So I'm interested to hear how the perspectives from our expert panel members share with us tonight. I thank VEF and Heali Thirlwell, one of our star advisors at CBRE, who will be moderating tonight's panel, and also thank the sponsors that have contributed to this event and the panelists for sharing their great ideas. Finally, I wish the participants who are pitching their business the best of luck. Thank you and enjoy your evening.
All right, well, we have a packed agenda tonight. So to kick things off, we will hear from 5 lightning pitch presenters, followed by some community announcements. So if you have something that you would like to announce and share with the community, you have the opportunity to do so. So I'm just telling you this now so you can think about the things that you might want to share, such as hiring, any events that are coming up. We will have our mic runners who's going to be coming to you after our lightning pitch presenters. And then we'll get into the main event of the future of transportation. So, all right. So, just to one second here. So let me just tell you what the lightning pitch presenters are. So the lightning pitch are 100 seconds, and for those of you who may be new to VEF events, you can actually apply to pitch to any of the upcoming VEF events. So if you're a startup with demonstrated traction, you're looking to get in front of investors, getting in front of the audience, or have an ask, this is a really great opportunity for you to do so. So you can go on our website and visit the lightning pitch information. So today, we're excited to showcase startups that are innovating in, of course, the transportation space. So you may have had a chance to interact with them with the boothing outside at the networking areas, and they also will be around throughout the evening as well. So while normally I'll be using my phone to keep up the time because it is 100 seconds, very strict, today we do have a timer out front. So the first presenter that's going to come on stage here today, we have Raymond Reid, the CEO of ZEROCAR.
Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you so much for the opportunity to meet and connect. Clock's already running. So let's get started. My name is Raymond Reid. I'm the founder and CEO of ZEROCAR, probably the company that you have initially heard of as a car share and car rental company. Our company is actually called Zero Carbon Technologies. It is a software and data platform that we started 2 years ago. ZEROCAR is based in Toronto and Vancouver for our mobility business. Our mobility business was launched in 2021 as a means to be able to leverage data from electric vehicles to inform the future of sustainable transportation. Our team, software developers, marketing experts, and so forth across Canada has started ZEROCAR to be able to, there we go, to really be able to anticipate and understand how electric vehicles will influence the infrastructure development for municipalities, for fleets who are moving from internal combustion engine vehicles to electric vehicles. The one thing that everybody has said is missing throughout this entire process of evaluation is data. And the only way to get data was to be fully connected into fleets of vehicles. So we launched a mobility business, a car rental and car share business in 2021 to test the ability to connect via API using AI to vehicles to be able to get real-time analytics and predictive data to help influence charging infrastructure, transportation infrastructure across a jurisdiction. And so that has led us to build what is today the very first platform called ZEVA, Zero Emission Vehicle Analytics, to help fleets and jurisdictions understand the future of sustainable transportation. We look forward to meeting you outside. Thank you.
Thank you. I have seen ZEROCARs before, so it's really great to meet you in person. So our second lightning pitch presenter is Saeed Golzar, the CEO of Airble Aviation.
Hi, my name is Saeed Golzar. I'm founder and CEO at Airble Aviation. Meet Airble. First live double-sided marketplace for private aviation. We do three different things: custom charter flights, empty legs, and air tours. So what is an empty leg? When an aircraft is flying empty, it's called empty leg. That easy. So it's discounted price because someone else has already paid for that flight. So commercially registered air operators that are Canadian local airlines post their flights and pricing and destinations and availability to the dashboard, so you as a passenger can create a flight or tour, pay instantly, and book the flight. So what happens today? You as a passenger need to find a middle person, and if you're lucky, to call and pay and create a flight. So what we do is to connect you directly to the passenger, to the airline, to create a flight. We do everything automated here, including pricing and promotion through the app. Every type of aircraft is more than welcome to join us, including eVTOLs and drones in the future, hopefully. And we are connecting 500 airlines to 2,000 airports and 40 million Canadians. This is the back end of the system, and we have 19 airlines expanding to US, and that's why we are here, to raise capital, to expedite our expansion to US. Thank you.
Thank you, thank you. So we are almost halfway through. So our third lightning pitch presenter today is Wei Xiao, the CEO and founder of Cargo Sprout.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Wei Xiao. I'm the CEO and founder of Cargo Sprout. Tonight, I'm going to talk about the storms, breakdowns, and currents. Coordinating shipping is far from smooth sailing. When there's delays, there's chaos. Freight forwarders get log jammed. Loaders lose track of your cargo, and storage fines kick in. No wonder shipping agent burnout and resignations have skyrocketed 28% in the last 2 years, and job resignations have doubled on ZipRecruiter and LinkedIn. Cargo Sprout calms the seas and puts freight forwarders back in the driver's seat. 4 hours of forensic frustration eliminated without adding manpower. No email downpours or document blizzards. CargoSprout delivers your containers in as simple as one email and destination address. Containers at sea are tracked by the second. When there's a delay, everyone's notified well in advance. We're even adding trucking automation so that containers get off the water and on the road without incident. 2 years into our launch, and we're at over 1 million in revenue with 8 repeating customers. You can make freight move across the globe more efficiently. Invest with us at cargosprout.com. Thank you.
All right, thank you, Wei. Our fourth lightning pitch presenter is Hossein Rahimi, the CEO of Bay Studios. So come on up, Hossein.
Hello, everyone. My name is Hossein Rahimi, and I'm here today to introduce Bay Studio. Wildfires have become a global issue, causing devastating damage to lives, ecosystem, human infrastructure, and our planet. Every year, wildfires destroy hundreds of thousands of species wildlife. As a solution, we are introducing the first autonomous long-range aerial vehicle for automated wildfire monitoring. Our solar-powered aerial vehicle is capable of flying thousands of kilometers continuously thanks to our proprietary lighter-than-air vehicle design. Our in-house developed machine learning models make the vehicle capable of detecting fire, smoke, and threats. Our secondary markets are pipelines and infrastructure monitoring for oil and gas industries, payload delivery, and monitoring and transportation. In terms of technology readiness, we are at level 3 with our proof of concept being successfully tested in the altitude of 65 feet. We're currently in the process of building our MVP. We're expanding our team, looking into patenting opportunities and seeking new sales, marketing, and funding channels. Thank you for listening.
Thank you, Hossein. So our last lightning pitch presenter of the day is Majid Shoman, the founder of CitySage.
Imagine a world where traffic flows smoothly, a congestion-free Lions Gate Bridge. In this world, planners have access to more insight, and data fragmentation is a thing of the past. Welcome to CitySage, where city knowledge meets sage advice. In the realm of transportation, we understand the challenges that you face, the struggle of going through congestions every day, and the need for comprehensive information and the lack of expert advice. That's why we developed a revolutionary solution that can essentially help you in addressing all these painful points. CitySage harnesses the power of generative AI to provide smarter transportation solutions. Our models are trained on books, files, tables, road networks, images, and videos to provide you with more insights. Now, the main features of our model is to help you in developing and identifying patterns that were previously out of reach. What previously took 5 people to accomplish can now be accomplished by 1 person. However, time saving is not the only thing that CitySage is offering. With CitySage, we have a lot of financial advantages, such as saving cost and optimizing the resources that you have. Safety and sustainability are also at the forefront of modern transportation solutions, and that's why with our model, you are now able to identify congestion hotspots and high emission zones. AI is currently the forefront of technology, and with CitySage, you will be able to make decisions from a holistic understanding of the city's needs. Together, we can develop safer, smarter, and more sustainable transportation solutions. Thank you.
All right, thank you so much, Majed. It is not easy to come up here and speak, and especially pitch your, companies in front of like a really large audience. So, those pitches were really awesome. Let's give our presenters another round of applause. And if you're interested in learning more, please connect with them, at the networking areas after they'll be around as well. So now is my favorite part of today. Well, aside from the panel discussion, of course, and also the lightning pitch presenters was awesome as well. But it is the community announcement portion. So I am going to do a quick call out for the communities. So if you want to, actually, I was told that there are 2 microphones that are in the middle, and you should be able to see them somewhere. But if you'd like to come to the mics and then do any announcements you have, any hiring, any events, we do have, I think, one from Michelle Sklar. So where's Michelle? Oh, there she is. Okay, great.
I'll start us off on how the community announcements work. If you have an ask, if you're hiring, if you're doing a pilot, if you've got something that you want the community to know, this is a great opportunity. So when I'm not the superhuman person here at VEF with my colleagues, I'm also with entrepreneurship at UBC. We have an awesome conference that is September 26th to 28th, and we invite all of you to join us. You can scan the QR code and find out more. It is a conference that is rooted at UBC facilities, but it is really welcoming across the region, and so we're super excited for the event. And that's where our next VEF September event is going to be, and we have a big showcase happening and lots of great networking and lots of great content. Our theme is around that intersection of climate and public health crisis, and so it's going to be a great event. So that is how a community announcement is done.
Okay.
If anyone else wants to follow
I see a
suit.
lineup. There's one on this side.
Awesome.
Sure, you want me to go?
Yes.
Hey guys, my name's Kev Matheson, and I was inspired by the lightning pitches that I'll invite you to an event series that I throw myself. So I used to be an equity analyst. I'm now more focused on venture capital and angel investing. And one thing that I learned from attending many investor events is that most of them, the only thing they have in common is they're excruciatingly boring. So something my innovation was I took the best of high-end nightlife, excellent business-focused networking, and 5 Shark Tank style pitches, typically for companies that are in late seed or Series A, at times public companies as well. So anyways, we wrapped up our first international tour just last Friday. I wish this event was a little bit sooner, but we're kicking off another tour starting September. We'll be active in Vancouver, Toronto, Beverly Hills, Miami, and soon most likely New York and Dubai. So if you're interested in attending, I'd encourage you to do this. Go to dealnightevents.com. Register for our next events. We do sell out typically within an hour or 2 of launching tickets. It's gotten quite busy now. But if you sign up for the wait list, for the email list, you'll be the first to see when we announce next. So would love to see you guys there. And thanks for this event. It's amazing.
Awesome. Thank you. Wow, it sounds super cool. All right, our next community announcement.
All right. Hey, everybody. My name is Mark. I also help host these events with Michelle's team. There's a community announcement for a virtual event happening tomorrow from 12:30 to 2 p.m. It's an intellectual property grant that will be released very soon for Western companies as well as the territories. So it's Accelerate IP and Campaigning Effectively at Major Events. You can check it out at newventuresbc.com/events.
Thank you. All right, this side. Sorry, we now have a lineup going on. All right.
All right, hi everyone, I'm Sam and I'm from the Creative Destruction Lab. It's really cool being in a space where everyone's so supportive of startups and the pitches were great too. The Creative Destruction Lab is only one of many tools that helps startups. And so if you're a founder with a really innovative idea that's early stage, come talk to me, come talk to one of my team members over here. We're currently recruiting for our next program year, so definitely looking to work with transportation type companies, but also wanted to give a quick shout out to a new stream that we're launching in minerals. It's called CDL Minerals. And to kickstart that stream, we're actually holding a large conference in October, bringing together the mining and minerals community just within the lower mainland and elsewhere. Yeah? Okay. Yeah. And so if you're interested, again, come find me, or you can find us at UBC campus.
All right, thank you. Okay, now I think I see 3 community announcements. Okay,
Yeah, hi all. My name is Diana, and I'm running the Innovation on Board program. So we are providing an opportunity for students to learn about entrepreneurship through a series of workshops and lectures. We are also giving them a chance to test drive their startup idea at the final pitch competition and to win some cash prizes. So if you want to get involved, help out, or just to learn more, please please go to our booth to learn more there. Thank you so much for your time.
Hi, my name is Philip Garber, and I work with a company called VoltSafe. We are looking for pilot participants. So when you said pilot program, I said, I got to get up here. We have, just about the tech quickly, we've come up with a new type of power connector. Think of a MagSafe charger on your laptop, the magnetic one, for high voltage. So marine shore power, EV charging, wireless autonomous charging, but conductive, not inductive. So we are launching a pilot program with marinas specifically. So if you are a boater, if you manage or know someone that manages a fleet of vessels, please come find us. We're rolling out about 100 or 200 units that we're looking to allocate in BC and Washington State. Thanks a lot.
Thank you.
Good evening. My name is Wei from Cargo Sprout again, and yes. So quite recently, we have passed the preliminary requirements for a pilot program called Skill AI, where we apply AI-based automation in supply chain management with a local freight forwarding company in Vancouver. Now, if you are a freight forwarding company or logistic company that's also interested in a similar opportunity with us in Scale AI, please reach out, and we can also create another pilot program for that particular purpose. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you. Okay, let's just have two more. I think I see two more. Okay.
How's it going? As you can see from my accent, I'm not from these parts. My name is Mike Murphy. I am the president of the Irish Chambers of Commerce here in Vancouver. The Irish Chamber is a not-for-profit organisation that facilitates, supports and empowers entrepreneurs, business professionals and businesses in Vancouver. We're Irish Chamber of Commerce. We don't solely just deal with the Irish. We need a break from that from time to time. But we do work very, very closely with the Irish Consulate and the state agencies, the Enterprise Ireland and the IDA, which brings in foreign investment back into Ireland. So what we do is we support Ireland's global growth strategy. So if you're interested in hearing more on what Ireland's strategy is in Canada and North America, especially with the whole small thing called Brexit, feel free to chat to myself. And if you want to get involved with the Chamber, you can follow us on iccvan.ca. We actually are looking for, there's 2 spots for board positions if you know anyone interested. And thanks for this event, it's great. Thank you.
Awesome. All right, our last one for tonight.
Hi everybody, I'm Tom Gursky, founder of Blue Dot Motorworks. We've developed a universal technology for converting existing vehicles into plug-in hybrids. So if you have a fleet of light-duty vehicles and are trying to decarbonize on a time frame that actually aligns with our climate goals, our systems might be able to help you do that for pennies in the dollar. So we're looking for pilot customers, and we already have 2 in British Columbia and are looking for more. So bluedotmotorworks.com. Thank you.
All right. Thank you, everyone. I take it back. I should not pick my favorites, especially that, I love everything about VEF, but I do love the community announcements because this is what VEF is really about, is, by the community, for the community. So I hope you also enjoyed that as well. So now we are on to the main event. And this will be a really electrifying conversation, no puns intended. And it's facilitated by our co-vice chair, Heali Thirlwell. To start off, we do have a mini TED Talk, which is something we like to, shuffle. It's not just panel discussion. We have a mini TED Talk from Simon Pickup to share his journey, his entrepreneurial journey, which is very inspiring. So I'm going to welcome my co-vice chair, Heali Thirlwell, to come on stage and introduce Simon.
Thank you so much, everyone. Thank you for coming out. And without further ado, good evening. My name is Heali Thirlwell, and I am one of the vice chairs for VEF and a commercial real estate broker at CBRE. I'm so excited to be hosting tonight's panel. I'll be moderating some amazing experts from many different backgrounds. But before we get started with our panel tonight, we have a special mini TED Talk from Simon Pickup. Think of it as an inspirational entrepreneurial journey story. A little bit of background on Simon. Simon is a good friend of mine, and he is also the CEO of Teralta, a market-leading innovator in clean, utility-scale hydrogen for commercial use. Prior to Teralta, Simon co-founded and was CEO of Hydra Energy, the first ever company to deliver hydrogen-converted heavy-duty trucks and hydrogen as a service for commercial fleets in Canada. Simon understood the incredible potential for hydrogen at a very young age, and he is dedicated to unlocking the potential of cost-parity hydrogen to create energy abundance. His work has earned him recognition as a member of Canada's Clean 50 by the Premier of BC and also the winner of the Hydrogenics Corporation Award for Environmental Leadership. Please welcome Simon to the stage.
Thank you, Heali. Thank you to VEF and to CoMotion and TransLink and Invest Vancouver for having me here tonight. My name is Simon Pickup. Also, thank you everyone for coming. My name is Simon Pickup, and I've been asked to talk about the entrepreneurial journey. And while I've seen a few of those up close, the only one I've actually lived is my own. So I'm going to tell you a little bit about my journey, tell you about some of the things that helped me along the way, and hopefully some of these things may help you too. I've got about 10 minutes and 10 slides, so here we go. I'm going to start by asking a question. What is your job on the planet? What is something that needs doing that you know something about that probably won't happen unless you take responsibility for it? Buckminster Fuller, the futurist and scientist and many other titles, was quite famous at one point, and they asked him, Buckminster R. Fuller, how did you find your way? And he said, I asked myself these questions continuously, and then I followed my nose. And when I first read that, it really stuck with me, because he wasn't just talking about some general life advice. It wasn't, what are you going to do for work? Or maybe what you can contribute. He was specifically asking you to think about what you alone could do, to force you to think about what you maybe could uniquely contribute. And I found these questions to be powerful in forcing me to think about what really matters when I've got to think about what to do next. And they are in no small part of the reason why I'm here with you today. So what needs doing? To answer that question, I've got to tell you a little bit about where I came from. So that's me, learning how to use a drill press and a lathe. I'm really not sure why I'm covered in camouflage, but nonetheless, needless to say, I had a pretty unusual childhood. My parents were from the Philippines, where they had fled the fall of the Marcos regime in the mid-'80s. And in the Philippines, they ran a machine shop, and when they came to Canada, they didn't just bring their tools and their books and their machines, they also brought their antiques. And I'm not just talking about a few boxes, I'm talking about like shipping containers worth of this stuff. And to my parents, these weren't just things, they were artifacts. They were artifacts of what they considered the most important thing that had ever happened to humans ever, which was the Industrial Revolution. And trust me, there are a lot more stories where that came from, but suffice to say, I grew up surrounded by lots of hardware, and I learned how to use tools early, and at a certain point, I started to ask myself, what should I build? And what I decided to build was a hydrogen electrolyzer for a science fair. And I wanted to build an electrolyzer because, like many kids that age, I was 9, I wanted to blow something up. And I had read in a book called The Boy Electrician about a device called an electrolyzer that would let me do exactly that. So simply, an electrolyzer is a simple device, uses an electrical current to split water into hydrogen and oxygen. And if you capture the hydrogen that comes out of this device and you run it through a tube and you've got a bucket of water and you add a lot of soap, then you're going to get a lot of hydrogen building up with a lot of soap bubbles. And if you time it just right and you wait with a big candle, boom. And so I definitely got the explosions that I was looking for. But what I didn't realize at that time was that this was going to be the beginning of me finding my answer to that question, what is it that needs doing? And so by the time I was in high school, I had spent years learning and reading about everything I could about hydrogen. A lot of late-night reading of the International Journal of Hydrogen Energy. I highly recommend it. And I became obsessed with the idea that hydrogen was the key to building a new and sustainable energy system. And I wasn't alone. By the early 2000s, the topic of hydrogen was becoming increasingly popular, and investment in renewable energy, which is critical to making clean hydrogen, was really taking off. And I thought I was going to miss the wave, so I did the most logical thing I could. I dropped out of high school in grade 10, and I started a not-for-profit called Youth Hydrogen. And painfully, through that experience, I learned that actually, if we were going to build a hydrogen-powered future, I couldn't actually lead a not-for-profit. I actually had to go and start and build a company. And the idea of doing that was absolutely terrifying. I was a high school dropout. I had no credentials. It honestly felt impossible. And that's when I came face to face with the second part of those questions. Know something about that probably won't happen unless you take responsibility for it. And so I had to try. The way I saw it, I was either going to raise the money or I was going to go back to school. The model was going to be good enough, the capital would be there, or it wasn't. And I didn't know exactly what to do next, but one thing I did do was start coming to VEF events just like this. And I kept talking to people who had tags that said anything related to the word investor. And over time, and with a lot of help, I was able to refine the idea of starting a hydrogen venture into a model to provide hydrogen as a service for commercial vehicle fleets, which got me a meeting with an investor who wanted to build a car company, which turned into a discussion about how we could take existing vehicles and make them run on hydrogen to create a new near-term market for clean fuel, which got us a little bit of R&D money to build a prototype. That prototype. That's a Chrysler 300 that we converted to run on both hydrogen and gasoline. 100% hydrogen or 100% gasoline. You could switch between the two. And that's us demoing it in Silicon Valley to Tim Draper, one of the early investors in Tesla. And it was this prototype that allowed us to prove that we had the potential to build a new market. And it was this prototype that actually allowed us to raise our first significant outside financing. And all in, it took 7 years from dropping out to that prototype. And by the time the wire transfer actually cleared, I was 23. And the only thing that I could think about at that time was that finally, at last, I could work full-time on hydrogen. And so that's exactly what we did. With the new funding, we built a team. With that team, we focused on building light-duty vehicles that ran on hydrogen, eventually looked at taxis. Then we did heavy-duty hydrogen trucks, now not 100% gasoline, 100% hydrogen. This was a co-combustion blend so that you could maintain the power of the truck with no loss in performance. And today, I'm CEO of Teralta, which is something new. At Teralta, we are building utility-scale clean hydrogen projects so that we can supply huge quantities of cost-parity hydrogen, fossil fuel cost-parity hydrogen. This is the facility we're based at with our partner in Chilliwack. And through our partnership with Advantech, which is a leading manufacturer, we're able to offer end-to-end capabilities for hydrogen projects. Everything from project development through to financing, through to manufacturing of the equipment, all the way to the project delivery. We are full stack, and we build real hardware. This is an example of some of the gas skids that are currently in the bay. And this shot brings us full circle. This is a bay of electrolyzers at a project that we're in the middle of right now. These electrolyzers are actually so big that I'm on the second floor, but that's about 10,000 times more hydrogen per day than that first electrolyzer I showed you. And so I'm still trying to answer the same questions. I'm still trying to work on what needs doing. And if you find yourself wondering about the future and you think about something that seems uncertain and you're not sure what to do next, I highly encourage you to ask yourself the question, what is my job on this planet? And to follow your nose. Thank you so much.